was your I knew it moment? I always had this weird feeling about my Uncle Pete. Like, everyone in my family absolutely loved the guy. He was the fun uncle, you know? The one who'd show up to family barbecues with his loud laugh and those expensive gifts that made all us kids go crazy. He'd take us out for burgers, let us play games on his phone for hours, and somehow he always knew all the latest slang before we did. But something about Pete just felt off to me. Maybe it was how he'd always squeeze into your personal space when he talked to you, standing way too close, or how he always wanted to be alone with one of us kids, saying stuff like, "Let the grown-ups talk," and pulling us into another room. My parents thought it was sweet that he wanted to spend time with us. I was 16 when my little cousin Emily started acting different. Emily was always this bubbly kid who asked a million questions and made everyone laugh with her silly jokes. But suddenly she got quiet, like really quiet. She stopped joking around completely, stopped asking her usual why this and why that questions. When I'd ask her what was wrong, she'd just shrug and say she was tired. That wasn't Emily at all. One Saturday I was helping my dad clean out the garage. We were sorting through old tools and junk when I saw this spare key hanging on a little hook. It had a label that said Pete in my dad's handwriting. That made zero sense to me. Pete didn't live with us. He had his own apartment across town. Why would he need a key to our house? When I asked my dad about it, he just chuckled and said Pete probably made a copy years ago when they used to share tools back and forth. You know how your uncle is, always borrowing something, Dad said. But something about that explanation felt wrong. Pete hadn't borrowed tools in years. That night I couldn't sleep. Something about that key kept bugging me. Why would Pete still need access to our house? Why was the key hanging in the garage where everyone could see it? The more I thought about it, the weirder it seemed. The next day I decided to fake being sick and stay home from school. I told my mom I had a headache and she believed me. After everyone left for work and school, I just waited. I had this gut feeling that something was going to happen. Around 2:45 p.m., right before Emily usually walked home from school and stopped by our house to wait for her mom to pick her up, I heard the garage door open. But nobody was supposed to be home. I looked out the window and saw Pete's blue Honda pulling into our driveway. My heart started pounding. Pete walked straight into the garage like he owned the place, grabbed that key, and let himself into the house through the side door. He didn't even knock or call out to see if anyone was home. He just walked right in. I followed him from upstairs, trying to be as quiet as possible. He went straight to the downstairs guest room where Emily usually waited when she came over. Pete looked around, then